Go.
All right. Welcome everyone to another edition of Sports Fan Talk. I'm your humble host, Big G.
It's your boy, Raider Mike.
Raider Lady 19 in the building. Let's go.
Yes, sir. And it's your boy, the Young Architect, back at it again.
All right. Yes, it's our last Sunday show, y'all, because after this, we're going to be getting it in NFL style on Wednesdays. But tonight, we got to start off with the legend, the great, the GOAT, Serena Williams. You know, we possibly saw her in her last major tournament, the U.S. Open. You know, she gave it her all. You know what I mean? And I'm interested to see what everyone has to say. And as the lady of the show, we will let Raider Lady 19 lead off first.
All right. Miraculous run, miraculous career. Serena, Venus. I mean, they opened up the doors for many. I mean, I played junior tennis. I played on USTA circuit. It was just a blessing to watch them play and watch them maturate over the years. And one thing that I love that she said is, without Venus, it would be no Serena, because one person has blocked Venus from being a 15-time Grand Slam winner, and it was her sister.
Mm-hmm.
You will never see anything like that ever again. Her sister took 7 titles from her, 7 majors from her. Okay, 7. I mean, and she's an 8-time champion herself. You know, probably one of the best grass court players of this time. Okay, but before I go on, I just have to put this on record. It is a very unpopular opinion. Serena Williams is not the GOAT of tennis. She's not.
Ooh.
I love her, but she is not the GOAT of tennis. She has 23 open. Yeah, she had. I mean, I just I gotta tell the truth. I mean, I love her. She's, I mean, physical feats, everything, but she's not the GOAT. She's not the greatest of all time. The greatest of all time is Steffi Graf. Okay, hands down.
Steffi.
Yeah, Steffi Graf. Serena has only like 76 titles total. Steffi has 170. Serena has 23 majors. Steffi has 22. And when I talk about the competition level, Serena suffers from what Mike Tyson suffered from, what Floyd suffered from, meaning that your era, you did not have the all-time, you just didn't have great competitors outside of your sister. You had Martina Hingis, Maria Sharapova, Justine Enna. That's about it. The competition was not deep. Steffi Graf came on a tail end of Chris Evert, Martina Navratilova, Monica Seles in her prime, Victoria Sanchez Vicario, Gabrielle Sabatini. Who else can I go on? I mean, I can go on and on with that era of tennis. I mean, and so, I mean, who else do I say? My girl Jennifer Capriati, Lindsay Davenport. This was during the Graf run. Graf was number 1 for like 4 years. It's not. Serena, unfortunately, had a lot of injuries, and so, you know, that held her back to a certain extent. But this is why, outside of the regular titles, I have to give it to Steffi, because she has the calendar year Grand Slam. Serena has a Grand Slam. She's won every tournament, but Steffi has a calendar year.
Oh,
She won the French, US, Wimbledon, and Australian Open all in 1 year.
Shit.
To me, you can't be the greatest if you ain't did that.
Mm.
That's all I'm saying. I love her. Her career is miraculous. She opened up many doors. You see the Williams effect with all the young girls, Sloane Stevens and all the other ones that come, and that's a beautiful sight, because when you open the door, but
Coco and
Coco, but absolutely, you know. But before her was Zena Garrison, Lori and them, and Althea Gibson. But I don't want to keep going on because I can go on. But the fact is, great, both of them great careers. Some of the best to ever do it, just not the GOAT.
Okay. All right. I love that. That's a way to open up the show. Raider Mike, how can you follow that?
don't agree with that. You know that. I don't agree with it. I mean, I respect your opinion, but I don't agree. You forgot about Martina Navratilova too, because she was great too. I think she was better than, maybe better than Steffi Graf. So that's what I think. If you want to get technical, I think Martina Navratilova was better than Steffi Graf.
She got more
So let's
titles. She
get
got
that
more
out.
individual
Yeah,
titles, not more
but she was
majors.
better. She was a better player. Let's get that out the way first. Now, Serena Williams has 368 wins, 23 Grand Slam majors, right? She is the most athletic, the most physically gifted tennis player of all time. And she, in my eyes, and I'm still saying she is the GOAT of tennis. And so, but like I said, don't discredit Venus, because if it wasn't for Venus, it wouldn't be her, no Serena. That is a true statement. She could have very well been the greatest tennis player. She hadn't had bar injuries and playing, and her sister. Now we talk about the competition. It's not their fault that they dominated the sport when they came along. They could have played in that era that you're talking about and dominated. I don't think that it really matters, the era. I just go.
You think they could have? You think they could have dominated against Graf and Navratilova?
They could have dominated against all of them. They could have still played the same game and still done it, because Serena is a different beast than them players we're talking about. We're talking about the total package. I mean, the physical.
Steffi Graf didn't have a weakness.
Graf didn't have the speed that Serena Williams had. She didn't have the tennis serve Serena Williams had. I will not give her the GOAT over no Serena Williams. She didn't win more than Serena Williams, and she's not the GOAT. Serena Williams is the GOAT of tennis, and she still and always be, like I said before, she is the queen.
Don't mean to interrupt, but right now,
she is
in that LSU Florida State game. It's 17-24, and LSU is down by a touchdown, and they got the ball down to the 1 yard line with 1 second left.
Oh, well, they got.
Sorry to interrupt you, my brother.
Well, you interrupted him. You interrupted him, but like I said, my thing is, like I said, Serena Williams been the inspiration to all tennis players. She is the reason why I started watching women's tennis. I like this. I like Steffi Graf. She was good too. Monica Hines, Monica Seles. I watched them and Chris Everett Lloyd. But Serena is really the reason why I really started watching it. You know what I'm saying? And she is the queen of the big booty. So that's all I got to say about it. All the other ones. Bow down.
Architect. What you got on that?
Well, since I didn't really start watching tennis until Serena, she's the greatest tennis player that I've ever seen personally. I don't know next to nothing about the history of tennis. So I'm gonna just go based off of that. I mean, being as dominant as she was, from what I watched, she kind of reminded me she was kind of like the Shaq. She may not be the GOAT, but she was the most dominant. You know what I'm saying? At least that's what I saw. Because I've seen her lose, I've seen her win, I've seen her, when everybody expected her to win, she lost and stuff like that. But realistically, man, I'm gonna be honest. Serena, she's a GOAT. I personally believe in sports, there's not just one GOAT. I think there could be multiple. That just is what it is. But I will say, watching her and Venus play doubles together was some of the most amazing stuff that I've ever seen. I don't think I'll ever witness watching doubles, especially with two sisters, because I know siblings, if you have a sibling, y'all gonna butt heads and whatnot. So to say that they look like they were in perfect sync for the most part, regardless of what happened, whether they could have argued whether they're off the tennis court or whatever, they're amazing. And no knock to Serena and all that, but if it was, I feel like you said, if it wasn't for Serena, Venus probably would have been better. But I think also at the same time, as if it wasn't for Venus, Serena could have been a hell of a lot better as well. But that's all I gotta say about it for real. I think Serena is one of the greatest tennis players. She's the greatest tennis player I've ever seen, and that's all I got to say about that, man.
All right, man. I think you guys covered pretty much all of the accolades and where she stands in history. I'll just go in on her last match I watched at the U.S. Open. In the first set, when she went down, she lost the tie break and she lost the set 7-5. I was like, okay, she might be in it, and she's playing tough because I knew Tomjanovic, I think that's her name. She was playing pretty good, but I like the fact that Serena beat the second seed in her first match. So I was like, all right, she might have a little something in the tank. But on that second set, she got up early, and Tomjanovic made a run at her, and she won it 7-6. So I was like, a little scared, and I was looking at her. She was laboring kind of hard. And I'll tell you what, she lost the final set 6-1, but that last point, that showed the heart of a champion because it went up. I think Tomjanovic got up like 30-40, then it went deuce, and it was just advantage, deuce, advantage, deuce, advantage, deuce, back and forth between the both of them. And Serena, she was shooting some lasers, and she was serving 117 miles an hour. So she was like, I'm not going out without a fight, and I love that. And you could clearly see. I mean, if you watch her throughout her career, she looks like a mom playing tennis against some young girls. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's what it is. She has extra weight on her. She doesn't move as fast. She's not as agile, and she wasn't a little girl to begin with. She was big and powerful. So, them joints running around that tennis court, man, that's like, I would think that's more punishing probably than maybe even basketball. I mean, basketball, you got to run and jump and stuff, but you have to stop on the dime and then stop and hit backhands, forehands. So I give it up to her. She has all the accolades. I think if she played in Monica Seles in Navratilova in their day, I don't think she would dominate, but I think she could have a case for being the best out of those, but she would not run away with none of, because those players were good. People forget how good Steffi Graf was. You know what I'm saying? And the thing where she would probably be better than Serena is she would pinpoint and fucking lasers down the line, man. that has to be accounted for, that accuracy in tennis. That's something like Pete Sampras type shit. You know what I mean? So they they were good too. But I love power tennis. That was Serena. Serena was a very powerful player. So kudos to her. And I thank goodness that she's able to be an inspiration for Coco Gauff and for Sloane Stevens and Naomi. You know what I mean? So they're going to carry on the tradition, and there's more to come, I'm sure. So next up, I was talking college football because that's in effect, and when I had something going on right now, it looks like they're reviewing the play. But let's talk about just the college football over the weekend and leading up to tonight. There's a lot of good games. I'll start it off myself. I love watching college football more than NFL. That's just me. And I think it kind of goes with, for me, when there's multiple teams that have a chance to actually win a national championship. I can't stand when Alabama is just like beating up on everybody. But I'm encouraged by watching football this weekend. Like Raider Mike, he was saying earlier, he don't believe in Ohio State. I do. Ohio State got boys, man. They got a lot of firepower on offense, and their defense is solid. Notre Dame is going to be better than people think this year. People may think because they just beating Notre Dame 21-10, that's a solid, good victory. So I give them that. Then you got freaking Oregon going to Georgia and just getting freaking shellacked. They're ranked how does the number 11 team in the country get beat 49-3? And then when you watch them, it looked like watching the JVs play against varsity. They looked overmatched. Oregon's supposed to be fast. Georgia was faster. You know what I'm saying? They were faster. They hit harder. It was SEC versus Pac-12 at its finest, And Alabama, of course, they did their thing. They won 55-0, but I don't put much stock in that. It was against Utah State. Michigan looked good. Michigan put it on Colorado State, but then again, that was Colorado State. But normally when it comes to Michigan, they would beat a team like that maybe 28-3, 28-10 or something. They were sneaking a couple of little backdoor scores or whatever. But Michigan looked tough. Harbaugh, he has a good team. So they'll be in the mix, but they won't win a national championship or nothing like that. Then Oklahoma looked good. They who they play? They play UTEP, but they look good. They winning 45-13. And finally, for me, I don't know how much stock I can put in this one either. USC, they whooped the hell out of Rice, but it's Rice. You know what I'm saying? But they put 66 up on them. USC, even last year, let's just say they played the same Rice team with that USC team, they may hit 40. You know what I mean? They may hit 42. They ain't hitting 66 like we're stinking Lincoln at the head. So, we'll see. I think this year college football is going to be good. I'm looking forward to a lot of good games. And Clemson plays tomorrow, so we'll see what they look like. With BJ at this. Well, this will be his second year as a starter, right? So
yes, full time.
Yeah, so we'll see. Architect, what do you think? I know you follow the little college football.
I'm really, I kind of fell out of college football last year just because my Tigers, I knew they were going to be terrible, and I couldn't bear watching them get the ass whooped on a regular basis. But truth be told,
tied the game up.
See, look, already promising. That's why I stopped watching. When I stopped watching, they started winning. But seriously though, I'm really curious to see how Florida's gonna do because I really like that quarterback, Anthony Richardson. Dude looked nice. Dude looked nice in the first game that I actually watched him. And plus, I always like to see black quarterbacks prosper. And I mean, shit, he's 6'4", and he run fast as hell. He a little shifty. I like that. Also, going down to HBCUs, I watched Jackson State and Florida A&M, and Dion got them boys looking real nice. Now, I'm sure if they're playing like, Power 5 schools, it probably wouldn't look the same. But saying that, like, these HBCUs, especially with them getting more TV time and stuff, I'm really excited to see that personally. Because, I think HBCUs are a wonderful platform, and whether that be as you being a black athlete or a black college student in general, seeing your people strive and prosper, I think that's amazing. Back to what you said about Oregon, I'm not surprised. Like I said, Pac-12, they really haven't been good, and I don't know how long, to be honest. I think I was in middle school the last time they were good, like as a whole conference. And I'm really more so looking at players this year. Like, I'm really curious to see how Bijan Robinson is going to do out in Texas. I want to see what the quarterbacks are going to do because, I mean, shit, I haven't seen a black quarterback go number one. Like, Kyler was the last black quarterback to go number one. Before that, it was like Cam or something like that. Like, it's been a minute. And to see, like, the top quarterbacks right now, they're all black. That's crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm really excited to see that.
And from California.
Yeah, and they all from LA. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's even like that's crazier, you know what I'm saying? But if you look back at it in general, majority of a lot of successful NFL quarterbacks, they're from California. That's just face facts. Like Southern boys, they produce DBs and D linemen, but California, man, we just got QBs on a lot.
Every region kind of have a little run on quarterbacks. Because remember, for a while, Pennsylvania, because they had Joe Montana, Dan Marino, and then somebody
I'm not
else.
talking about the dinosaurs. I'm talking about my era.
Okay. I'm just saying.
I'm talking about the Tom Brady's, Aaron Rodgers, got him. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But no, realistically, man, I'm really excited to actually be more into college football this year. Because like I said, last year I really didn't watch, but more so being more of like a football fan in general when it comes to college, because I never really paid attention to it that much unless it was a team or a player that I really liked. But this year it seems like it's going to be very interesting. It seems like there's a lot of good teams. I feel like there's going to be a few teams that are going to shock you. But we'll see. College football, you never know.
Yeah, I feel you. Sorry, G. LSU missed the extra points. They lost 24-23.
I know.
Sorry about that one. Rate a mic. You know what I'm saying? What you got on this here college football?
You know, I really don't pay attention to college football. Tell you the truth, I don't. Cal ain't no good, so I really can care less about college football. Really, I mean, I'll check out Alabama because they winning. They up the top seed. I'll check out all the good teams that's winning. Pretending teams like Michigan, they'll win them games, but they're not going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Is the top team will be, like I said, I mean, look at that blowout. I mean, Alabama is going to be Alabama versus probably Ohio State in the national championship, basically, and Alabama giving them a backyard beating. So I mean, that's how I look at it. I mean, you know, I don't really, you know, I look at it, but I mean, if Cal was better, I mean, I might watch, you know, I try to watch them, but they'd be playing about 3 in the morning, about time they it's so late. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna still be a Cal fan, but that's, you know, but if I have to, you know, I mean, it should be a good season, but all these black quarterbacks, and I love it. I love to see these black quarterbacks do well and you know, and excel out there, because we coming. We like I said, there was going to be 15 black quarterbacks starting in the NFL in the next 10 years or the next 5 now. We coming. I mean, it's no way to stop it now. You know, that's just what's happening right now. You know, and I'll say Bryce Young is going, I mean, you know, the quarterback for Alabama is going to pull Archie. He's going to get that second Heisman, I believe. I mean, unless he bar an injury, he going to get 2. And, you know, that's just how I look at it. I mean, other teams who going to come challenge Alabama. Oh, Georgia. We can't forget about Georgia. They look good this weekend, blowing out.
They will be challenging Alabama.
They will challenge Alabama. That's a team that's going to challenge them, but I don't think this Alabama healthy this year. I'm going to take Alabama. But Georgia, that quarterback has gotten better.
Yeah,
the quarterback that Georgia's got, if that guy can continue to improve, they got a good chance of knocking Alabama down and get, you know, because they got defense. They got defense all across the board. It seemed like they just lost 11 starters, and they just got a whole fresh new set of All-Americans, pro prospects already. So that's good drafting, that's good recruiting. They had some good recruits. They got some dogs out there. So
you know, them and Clemson and
Alabama,
Clemson too, but
Clemson kind of but Clemson kind of fell out a little bit. It seemed like, I don't know, we're gonna see what they do this year. They should be better this year than they were last year. They should be in the top 4. They should be in that in there, you know, when they start having that championship weekend, when you got, you know, they should be on the top 4. They should be one of them 4 teams. So that's about it. I look forward to just seeing them. I'll be, you know, everybody else, you know, like them teams that ain't good, just out there just practice games for these other teams, you know, getting them, warming it up for them. I don't really, you know, how college football is, man.
Yeah, that Georgia quarterback is Stetson Bennett.
Yes, Stetson Bennett. Yeah, I knew it was Bennett, but I don't see his first name. But I don't know the first. I ain't saying the last. But yeah, he if he keeps improving, I think they got another shot. But I don't think they win 2 national championships in a row. It haven't been done in a while. USC is the team, and that's what you was talking about since the Pac-12 or Pac-10. That was Pac-10 then. That's the team right there that was whooping everybody's ass. When Pete Carroll was there, they whooping Oklahoma ass. They whooped Alabama's ass. They whooped everybody that came out. They whooped Oklahoma's ass.
They didn't whoop Texas's ass.
Yeah, but that was they didn't get beat either by much, but except for by a run.
I say they get beat.
But they won 2 national championships before that, though. I mean, they can't win them all. But look, they could have won that game. They very well should have won that game, though.
Boy, Vince Young played out of his mind that game.
Yeah, man. But Vince Young ain't did shit after that. He got the pros and he got the hold of Fisher.
Offensive rookie of the year.
Yeah, but that's it. But what else did he get? Not a damn thing. Not a good quarterback. No accuracy. Couldn't hit.
He went to the quarterback killer, Mike.
Yeah, he went to Fisher. That's what I just said. That's what I just said. You didn't hear what I just said? I said he went to Jeff Fisher, and that's when everything went to hell. That's where he went wrong.
QB killer.
Jeff Fisher don't know how to coach quarterbacks. He's a defensive guy. Let the offensive people handle that. You know?
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say about it.
Let Raider Lady 19 squeeze up in here.
All right, I'm be quick with it. Man, I used to be a big EA Sports college football game player, man. When they ended that game, when they ended it, that kind of ruined it for me for college football. I ain't been right since. So I follow the big schools, of course, you know, your Alabamas, Georgia. I love Georgia. I mean, I love that SEC football. I had a chance to on my recruiting trip to Auburn. I got to watch the Between the Hedges game, and it blew my mind. I mean, to see that many people, that kind of atmosphere, that kind of energy. I'm more of a traditionalist when it comes to college football. I want to see Notre Dame become prominent again. I want to see the U become prominent again. You know, I want to see SC become prominent again. I want to see Texas become prominent. To me, that makes college football worth watching. Five, six programs, it's trash to me. I don't want to watch Alabama every year. I don't want to watch those teams every year. So hopefully over time, like I said, the U and all these other schools get back to some level of prominence. SC, you know, that's why they're moving. That's why they're leaving. They're leaving to get more notoriety. That's why UCLA and SC are leaving. They want to compete against those big dogs so they can actually get people in their backyard. So you don't lose people from LA going to Bama. You know, they have a reason to stay there. You know what I'm saying? So all those teams need to embrace their tradition. That's what these colleges do wrong. All right. I need to see a Marcus Allen. I need to see all them people on the sideline. I even need to see Killer OJ over there. I need to see all of them on the sideline. You know what I'm saying? I need to see him.
OJ out there.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't calling him Killer, you know.
That's crazy.
That's my man. I rock with OJ, San Francisco's finest, real talk. But they need to embrace their tradition to be able to go ahead and use them as a reason for people to come out. You have to, I mean, you know, it's hard when you got all these other schools. I think the NIL situation is going to help a lot of these programs bounce back. And be like, you can resurrect some of these programs. But, you know, it is what it is. I mean, the traditional schools have been balling. I like Georgia. I just love the way they play. They play real rugged football, right? Smash mouth type of football. I love watching it. They got great linebacker play, defensive line play, home of Richard Seymour and the rest of them. I just love that physicality. And so I don't like cute baseball. I don't like cute football. That's why I don't like Chip Kelly. I don't like all that. I like all that. I need to see somebody get knocked on their ass. I like to see hitters, and I like to see big plays, and I like, you know what I'm saying? I like SC when Keyshawn was going over the top, and they had J.J. Stokes at UCLA, and all these physical play. You know what I'm saying? Get the cuteness out of football, and I need to see some roughhouse. This is why that leads to another topic that's later on tonight, because football has become soft, college and pro. But it's good to see college back.
Yeah, but like I said, no trace, no murder case, innocent life.
Oh, he was for sure. I just call him murder that because
I know that's
he just wrote a book. If I had done it.
Yeah, I know. That's Steve-O said that. That was the lyrics of Steve-O.
If I had
done
it.
If you haven't heard of Steve-O from the Garden Block, that's
what man.
Yes. We're gonna keep it moving right along. We're gonna jump into a little NBA talk. Gonna get into Donovan Mitchell got traded to the Cavs. Man, at first sight, you're like, damn, look what the Jazz get. They get Colin Sexton, Lauri Markkanen, OG, or was it Agbaji? How do you say his last name? Agbaji?
I think so. Agbaji, yeah.
But they get 3 good players, and they get the first rounders in the year 2025, 2027, 2029. I'm like, damn, and they get they swap 2 first-round picks. So I'm like, God damn, they give up a king's ransom for this cat. But then when you look at the Cavs starting 5, man, you got freaking Garland, Mitchell, LeVert, Mobley, and Jared Allen. So that starting 5 is a beast because, you know, Cleveland was on the come up. They've been improving the last couple of years. Last year they did, you know, you could see the potential. So I'm sure them looking at it like, we insert Donovan Mitchell, we right back in the mix. But god dang, that boy Danny Ainge did a date rape, man. He freaking fleeced them. You know, he got good players and draft picks. So I don't know. What do you guys think of this? Fred or Lady, what do you think of this?
What is wrong with Utah? Is Quinn Snyder that bad? Is he still there? Is Quinn Snyder still the coach?
No, he left. He stepped down.
Go.
Okay,
yes.
So what are they doing? I just want to know what are they doing. What are they doing?
Over.
I mean, Donovan Mitchell gone, Goldberg, who I didn't really care for anyway, but he gone. I just don't know how you blow up. They didn't learn nothing from Oklahoma City. You didn't learn nothing from watching what happened when you just let go of pieces like that because of what? Like, what was the reasoning? That's what I don't get. I don't understand the reasoning behind the moves. Why blow it up? Why'd you blow it up? So now you looking to move the old Jordan Clarkson. Like, why? The question to me is why? Like, I haven't heard Danny Ainge say, this is why we're blowing this up. To me, you are a perennial playoff team in the West. It's hard to play in the West. So I don't.
Did Donovan Mitchell not want to be there or something?
I suppose. But you know what? God damn, man. Like, sometimes you got to like stand on your square and be like, you playing. Yeah. I don't know. Danny Ainge, I mean, you think he a genius. So he don't mind blowing it up. He want to show that I can build this. I built ball. I built that.
Yeah.
He ain't Sam Presti. He ain't that guy.
I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? I think this is what's wrong with the NBA. To me, this is, as a one who loves ball, it's too many moves, man. It's too many moves, man. It's diluted. It's weak. I'm just tired of weakness. I'm just like, I'm surrounded by weakness in these sports. Like, what is happening? So no, but I don't understand it. I don't think it's good for the franchise. You just set your franchise back another couple years. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Ooh, man. I like that. Random Mike, what do you think about the trade, man?
Well, Donovan Mitchell didn't want to be there. So, but damn, I agree with her. These players are so spoiled and sissified. They all get to move whenever the hell they want to move. They cry and pout and they get to go other places. They need to learn how to just stick to the teams that drafted them sometime and build around that. I see why the Knicks didn't do it. I know Spike was mad. I know Stephen A was mad on Friday morning when he's talking about the Knicks, but the Knicks can't give up a king's ransom for one player. Then who they going to have playing beside them though after that? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't have the pieces like
who they gonna give up? Julius Randle?
No, they was gonna give up Obi Toppin. Yeah. They was gonna give up RJ. They wanted RJ Barrett.
Hell no.
They can't do that. And they wanted Julius Randle, I think, and them draft picks. And the draft picks. So if the Knicks would have done that to satisfy the Knick Nation, guess what? They'd have got nicked up this year because they would only had like two.
They still are. They have the Knicks.
I wouldn't have, but I'm sorry. I agree with them this time. No, you don't
doing your thing. I'm about to pour me a little glass.
Yeah, you don't want to house the whole house, the farm, for one player. And I think he's a great player, but maybe LeBron might want to go back to Cleveland now that they got, since they got these players on there. Maybe he might be enticed to go back next year or something. I don't know.
He got to get you on another chip.
I like LeBron as a person. I like him as he's a great basketball player, but I just didn't think. I mean, we got that one little chip. But my thing is this: in the NBA, they need to make these players kind of, stick to their team. Sometimes they're so there's no loyalty. I know they ain't, but I'm gonna tell you what. Like they said, the job don't love you back. So I see why the players. I get it though. Why the players are the way they are because hey, Kurt Flood started this all for all y'all to be able to do what y'all doing. So y'all need to pay homage to his family. Y'all need to drop some. Y'all need to drop some money.
Can't blame anybody for wanting to get out of Utah.
Right.
That's
don't me either, but it ain't nothing else. I'm gonna tell you the only thing in Utah is they got some nice mountains though. It's a lot of old nice scenery and mountains, but they probably have a whole bunch of bodies that they can't find. That's been chopped up and buried up there or something. I don't know, but I don't think that I would want to play for them either. I'm just saying, but if you're not happy somewhere, that's what free agency is for. So, but I just think try to build sometime instead of trying to unload. I mean, Danny Ainge think he's a brainiac. Oh, they gonna suffer for a couple of years. they got set up for some lumps for the next couple of years. So that's how I feel about it. I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with him leaving if he's not happy there. And this is Utah, man.
If they rebuilding, can I move Westbrook and can we have Clark back?
Clarkson, we can have Clarkson back. I get LeBron. Back. Hey, I trade LeBron too.
No, suffer. No.
we gonna be all right though, the Lakers. Y'all talking now, but we gonna be all right.
Y'all got Pat Bev, the most defensive
the most irritating defender of all time. That fool is irritating. That fool's like Frenchie the flea.
Oh my
Said,
goodness.
yeah, he knocked a couple years off Russ' career. Like that.
No.
But
Yeah.
he's good. I mean, Beverly is a defender.
Yeah, but I can't,
know.
like I said, I can't blame anyone for wanting to get out of Utah or Boston. They swap between number 1 and number 2 as far as most racist cities in the NBA.
Exactly.
So it's a little thing to add on there too. But Architect, what do you think, man? I know you dissected this trade down.
Absolutely. I mean, Danny Ainge, he got what? He got
right
damn near 10 first-round picks just from trading 2 players. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
That's good on him. I mean, it worked out in Boston. Granted, Boston wasn't in
the NBA. It's harder to pick a good player, it seems like. You know what I'm saying? Than like NFL.
The pool
you know
is not deep. It's not a depth.
Yeah,
it's not
but
a
that's
pool.
only because these kids are coming out younger and younger, and they don't have a chance to develop. That's literally the only reason why. If there is a rule in place, because not every kid can come out of high school, especially nowadays. I'm gonna be honest, because at least back in the day, kids actually played 2 ways. At least now a lot of kids, they just care about offense. They don't really care about defense.
Yeah, your boy messed up the game. They all want to shoot threes from 40 out.
That's not his fault that they try to emulate, you know what I'm saying? They coaches should get on their ass. But that's another thing why I feel like you said, sports are getting soft. Because even coaches, they're not gonna get on a player's ass like that. Like, you feel me? Like, growing up, even whether I was playing basketball, football, whatever, I had football coaches yelling at me, cussing me out when I was in the 7th grade. You know what I'm saying? Been playing basketball since I was 8. And he'll tell you, Pops will tell you firsthand, he wasn't soft on me. He my father. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like, I feel like
I
that's
had
a part
coaches
of
who
it,
put their hands on you, like
type shit. Like, exactly. But that's the thing now. I think wholeheartedly, I think good on the Cavs, because I'm gonna be honest, having that many fucking big men wasn't gonna work. Having Lauri Markkanen, Evan Mobley, and Jared Allen, I don't know how that was going to work. They're playing Lauri Markkanen at small forward sometimes. Ain't no way that man should be playing small forward. But I think now it all works out because you have someone who can dish and score in Darius Garland, who is coming off All-Star year. You have Donovan Mitchell, who is a lesser version of a Dwayne Wade. That's the closest comparison I can give to him. Karis LeVert, who can get you a bucket whenever. You got Mobley, who can guard bigs and can move around the perimeter and score. Then you got Jared Allen, an old school center, which you really don't see, who can block almost anything and get you rebounds. That's a perfect 5. And if you think about it, before Cleveland had those injuries, they're the number 2 seed in the East, and they dropped to 5 or 6 or something like that. You think about it now, they have a more solid team. They still have their leader in Darius Garland, even though they thought it was Colin Sexton. But let's be real, Colin Sexton isn't nowhere near in the same caliber as Darius Garland. I'm gonna just be honest. And then you all like Evan Mobley, 7'1", and can dribble. He can dribble like a point guard, but he can play like a big. That's crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I think those pieces are good. I think overall Utah, I think Utah is I think he's trying to emulate what he did in Boston, but at the same time, I think he's trying to be Sam Presti. And I'm gonna be honest, you ain't finding a Russell Westbrook, James Harden, and Kevin Durant in the next 10 years. I'm gonna just be completely honest. You're not. That's not gonna happen. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I guarantee you that team's gonna be full of European players, bro. Watch.
Quite possibly so. But I mean, shit, even still, a team full of European players, they may be good for like a month or 2, but that hype gonna pass when they run into a goddamn Julius Randle who playing in New York. He ain't got nothing to lose because they playing in New York. They're gonna elbow him a good time in the chest. He gonna get a tech, and, you know what I'm saying, flagrant 2, get thrown out the game, and he gonna be like, oh, I should go back to Europe. But that's what it is. Honestly, all in all, I'm really surprised the Knicks didn't do it, even though for the simple fact that in the back of my mind, I kind of knew they weren't. Because I think the Knicks fans needed something exciting, and I'll be honest, RJ Barrett ain't that. I think in Cleveland, you not have more of I guess a better fan base in a certain degree, because you do have that star. He's not a superstar at all. Let me not call Donovan Mitchell a superstar. He's a star. He'll bring that more ticket pools. You know what I'm saying? And then as far as Utah, I mean, shit, I ain't cared about Utah since they looked okay in the bubble, and Rudy Gobert was coughing on the mic talking about COVID. That's the reason of the trade right there. That's the whole reason of the trade. I guarantee you. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I think outside of players like having more power and where they want to go, because I'll be honest, I don't think Donovan Mitchell wanted to go to Cleveland. Like, I'll be honest, I don't think he did. But I think he wanted to get out of Utah so bad, he said, "Fuck it, send me anywhere." You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's what I got to say about Utah. Because I mean, Utah, shit, they didn't even like Karl Malone. Like, you know, what the hell? How you not like one of the best players you ever had in your damn organization?
You love that.
Yeah, you know. So I don't know. Good on Cleveland. Fuck Utah. And that's all I got to say about that, man.
All right, well, let's move it right along. Let's since we're about to start going heavy in the NFL, let's get a little NFL news and notes around the league because we got week 1 coming up Thursday night. We got our first game coming down. You know what I'm saying? So, Raider Mike, man, fill us in on the latest NFL little news and notes from around the league as far as cuts and whatnot. You're muted, man. You're muted,
Mike.
Because I don't want to. I want the background. You know what I'm saying. But I mean, I'm fired up for football. I can tell you that right now. But I think we are in for a surprise. So who's playing the Thursday night game anyway? It's Dallas not playing the Thursday night game again. I know.
Sunday night.
Sunday night they're playing against Tampa Bay, right?
Yeah, playing against.
That's gonna be. I'm gonna tell you what. There's gonna be. I don't have no extra new stuff is going on, but I just know that. Well, I'm gonna tell you one thing, and I'm gonna get this.
Buffalo and LA.
Yeah, Buffalo. But let me get this out of the way right now. We're gonna go Tennessee. They didn't. Malik Willis will be playing sometime this year. I'm just gonna tell you that. I'm gonna keep it solid with you right now. He's gonna be playing sometime this year because when what's his name stumble, when they ain't got no number 1 wide receivers. Once they stumble,
put
him in the game, and he's not coming out. I can guarantee you that. That's my surprise for the NFL this year. If you're talking about, I'm putting it out there. I'm putting the rumor out there before they put it out there. Malik Willis will be starting by week 9.
Yeah, look, you done skip to the next segment.
I know, but I'm just keeping it real. I'm okay, but now what I'm trying to say is now let's get, I mean, I ain't really got a whole bunch of news.
I think his mic, I don't know, something happened. He's not muted though.
I know.
My boy, we ready for the challenge. We didn't already beat you.
You talking about the Raiders.
We'll beat you again.
You talking about the Raiders.
I'm just saying. My thing is, this NFL year should be like they always say every year is going to be the best, but this year in particular, there's a lot of teams that have improved. And I'm gonna tell you, Detroit Lions have improved. I mean, the Lions.
Hey, you talking? That goes into my next segment.
They might not. They ain't laying down with the lamb and not being. They gonna lay down with the lamb. The lamb ain't getting up. I'm just trying to tell you that. I think the Detroit Lions rah coach. I like Dan Campbell. I mean,
Dan Campbell.
I like him. I'm starting to believe in Dan Campbell because I mean, them boy. I mean, you see that linebacker they got, that rookie number 44. He's out there just
Malcolm Rodriguez. Yeah,
I'm telling you. He was laying the damn hat in camp, Greg. I seen that when
he was doing it in games too.
Yeah. And games. So I think that Detroit, I mean, Jerry Goff, I mean, don't sleep on them. I think I think they're gonna be all. I think they'll win 7 games. They'll be 7-10. I just think the Detroit is either 7-10, 8-9 this year, and I think they'll, they're gonna start moving up. I mean, hopefully Aaron Rodgers with his team, we'll see. Criticize them receivers. I'm gonna say gonna have hands of brick or hands of pillow.
Yeah. Gee, let me get on in there because I was like talking kind of more about like news and notes of what transpired this last week before we get into the season. Then you
wanted to know about
OJ.
That.
What's his name? Okay. OJ Howard. He got.
I know about that. You talking about him getting cut? I didn't know you wanted to talk about the people that's getting cut.
Yeah, that's what. It's all good, man. Don't worry about it, man. It's all good, man.
But that ain't no story. That fool is inconsistent.
And then you got Josh Gordon. He got cut by the Chiefs because they said there wasn't no thing for him. He's just past his prime, man. He's overweight. Yeah. He's not as fast. It is what it is. The Chiefs say they may bring him back, but
that Cleveland curse.
See, they're in the process of trying to see what the hell their receiving core is going to look like. So that's why I think the possibility of him coming back may exist. Then you seen Kellen Mond got cut by the
Yeah,
Vikings, but
yeah.
No
he got
shock
picked
there.
up by the Browns though. So but I never liked Kellen Mond, man. I
Nah,
just
hell
got to
no.
keep it real.
Nah.
Even when he was at Texas A&M, to me, he just he never lit a flame for me, man. The guy, he's okay. All right. I thought personally, I never thought he'd play an NFL game. I didn't think he was good enough, but hey, man, more power to him. If he's improved and he's good enough to get on a roster, good for him, man. But I can't ever see him being a starter of a franchise. Just not gonna work, man. You know, then you had Dallas brought in Jason Peters because we need somebody to replace Tyron Smith, man. And
He
I
out for
don't
the
know
season.
how that's gonna work.
He
You
out
know,
for
and
the
then
season.
now he ain't gonna be back to like maybe November or something though, man. November, December. You know. Then Dallas also was trying to trade for Denzel Mims for the Jets, but the
Yeah, I
Jets
heard.
they wanted the 4th round pick, and Jerry was like, I can't do that for you. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and then you guys, I don't know nothing about Alex Leatherwood. Is he any good? You
Yeah, I know.
guys
Oh, you
No,
cut
talking
him.
about that
hell
cut?
no.
Well,
Hell
you know
no.
what? I don't
I'm
think
glad he
that.
gone.
I don't think that that was a good cut though, because I don't think he really got a fair shake. And I forgot about that. I wanted to touch up on that because I'm not saying he was the greatest tackle, but they moved him from tackle to guard. I don't think he ever really got fully into this system that we have right now. He just don't fit our system. Chicago picked him up the next day, so he can't be too bad. He's from Alabama. He can play. I just think that he went to the wrong team, and we didn't have enough patience to we should have though, because there's some other bad linemen that we got. Brandon Parker, and he ain't too good, so he should have been cut. If you're gonna cut Leatherwood, you needed to cut his ass right along with him to have a 2-piece, because if I'm just a 2-piece special without the biscuit. They could have cut him. I mean, I don't think Leatherwood got a fair shake. And that's just, I mean, we want to win now. That's fine. If you got a lineman that you think that's better than him right now, I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna look like a genius. You're gonna look like a genius or an idiot.
I don't think you can
One of
look
the
like an
two.
idiot cutting
It ain't gonna
Alex
be
Leatherwood.
it ain't gonna be no in between, because if one of them players that you got in there do not perform, you're gonna be questioned about cutting that guy. That's all I'm saying.
All right, Raider Lady, what do you have as far as last week's little cuts and
the news
signings and all that type of stuff?
Yeah, signings and cuts. I only got 2, and it was one of them was Alex Leatherwood. Alex Leatherwood, Outland Trophy winner, got all the physical tools. What we came to find out is that it's a theme: soft, mentally weak. Okay, and the reason why I say that is because he did not respond to the coaching. He didn't respond. They gave you every opportunity to go out there and go win that position. You started preseason. They gave you first team reps, and he just was not responding. You know, sometimes athletes, especially high caliber athletes who go to big programs, they have a level of being coddled too. They're coddled, and so that might be the first real adversity he's really ever faced as an athlete. I mean, sometimes that happens. You don't get that until you hit that pro level, and so he knew the pressure was on him coming off of last year. And once I started watching his technique and what he was doing, and I really wanted this dude to win it. Like, I really wanted him to play out and win his position. But he had no punch. I mean, you cannot be a tackle and not punch. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to absorb everything that came to him. So this is why you're getting pushed 5 yards back into the damn quarterback. You have to go meet them like a ram right there. You got to meet head up with that. Why do you have a 7-foot wingspan if you're not going to keep nobody off of you? And I think that was mental, more so than his physical capabilities. You know what I'm saying? And something he just wasn't responding to the coaching. And I understand why McDaniel said we can't waste time with it. If he's not going to respond to the coaching, then he has to move forward. We got to move on from the youngster. Now, hopefully he can get it right, get his mental game back, and get on point and go and do what he got to do. But yeah, he didn't. I was disappointed because I really did hope that they were going to keep him. I was like, maybe they can coach him up. But I think it was more mental than anything. It was his attitude, it's the body language, it's how you respond. All that means something. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't respond well to hard coaching. Some people do, some people don't. They found out that his trainer came out and said that he's an introvert and he's kind of shy and all that. See, that means he wasn't responding to the coaching. When I hear your former coach say that he's a shy guy and all this other stuff, that means that you weren't responding to coaching on that level. And with that,
they must have really saw something in him to take him in the first round. Oh God!
No, remember who drafted him?
Yeah,
Gruden. I mean, but like you said, you don't win the Outland Trophy for being trash.
Yeah,
he played all along that line. That means he has versatility. So he has value because you can play left tackle, left guard, right guard. It's mental. And so when you got somebody who can't bounce back quickly, you can't waste time because he has the potential. I don't know, but he can become a cancer in the locker room, pouting and shit. I can't stand a pouting ass player. You know, just because you didn't win out, if you don't understand the things you got to work on, you got to go. You know what I'm saying? And so I understood why they did it. I hated to see it because I like Alex. I wanted him to be able to bounce back. I love that. But my other one, before I get out of this one, is Sue. What you gonna do? Dominican Sue. What are you going to do? The time is on. The clock is on. 1 week before he wants a king's ransom, so to speak. I want to see. I'm waiting on that one because it's between the Raiders and a couple of other teams. He knows he's needed in Las Vegas with the Raiders, that we could use him. He's not a must, but he's a caveat. He is an icing. He is a cherry on top. If you're able to get a player of his caliber, what they need to do is stop bullshitting, offer him a 2-year, fully guaranteed, $14 million, 7 a pop with escalators in it. Say if you get 6 or plus sacks, you get $500,000. If you play 60% of the snap, that's another $500,000. You can get to your 9, but we got to structure it right. Bring this dude in here. So I just want to see what is he gonna do. We're looking for you in Dominican Sue.
Shit, he need to get you to restructure structure deal for him. Shit.
Yeah, somebody need to restructure for his ass. He need to stop playing.
Playing, man.
He playing though, so he gonna miss out on a good thing.
Yeah, Architect, what do you think, man?
I kind of been watching all around the league, also outside like the whole Alexander Wood thing, which I don't know. I wasn't really shocked. But the big shocker to me was seeing the Saints give up or get rid of C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
Yeah,
who was pretty good, and he kind of solidified that defense for the Eagles a little more. Talking about fly, Eagles fly. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Also, another one. I'm surprised that your boys only decided to keep one quarterback on the roster.
I know.
That's a big shocker to me. That's a lot of I don't know. But
I saw that shit. I thought that was fake news, man. But
like true. Y'all, it's just Dak. Like that's it. I'm like, all right, I guess. Another one, going back to Green Bay. Curious to see what Aaron Rodgers and them boys gonna do because they didn't really make any like crazy moves as far as like bringing in a receiver or like getting rid of anyone that I would thought that they should have kept or whatever. A couple of no-name guys. What's that quarterback? Felipe Franks. He transitioned to a tight end.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but Atlanta still chose to keep him. Carolina getting Laviska Shenault from Jacksonville. That kind of shocked me, but then again, I remember Jacksonville paid like $80 million a piece to Christian Kirk and fucking who's the other? Zay Jones.
Zay Jones got his 30, so they had.
God damn.
Did he send Derek a gift?
He should have. Shit, he definitely did. You know what I'm saying? Buccaneers, they released Logan Ryan, who I thought he would have stayed on the team. Nice veteran presence with those younger guys in the back in the DB room. Seattle naming Geno the starter. I mean, shit. I'm not shocked because Drew Lock is ass. Like. I'm just being honest. Drew Lock wasn't even
tanking for Bryce,
and that's okay.
For Bryce or CJ,
they want them to know we believe in black quarterbacks. Like you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what they got going on right now.
There ain't nobody more black than Baltimore.
Yeah, I'm really surprised. That Jimmy G is staying.
Oh yeah,
and he took a pay cut. and he took like
I
a
don't know
big
how
pay
he
cut,
walked
too.
back. They was talking mad
They was
stuff
talking
about
a
Jimmy,
lot,
the
you know
GM,
what
the
I'm saying?
coach.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, you know what? Maybe
But
there
you
isn't
know
maybe
what's crazy?
there isn't a market for him.
He gonna be playing. He's gonna be playing, man.
Probably.
I,
That shows
Bruh.
me right there that they don't, as much as they said this is Trey's job, they see
And
something that Trey's not all the way ready yet. You know what I'm saying?
Trey and Garoppolo is that break glass in case of emergency off in the cut. Because you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? They have a good team. You know, they can go. They can get up in them playoffs and go deep.
They
But
good.
they don't know what the hell they have in Trey Lance. They have no idea. You know what I'm
They don't.
saying? So,
But that's
I
kind of
know.
their fault. I'm gonna be honest. That's all on them, you know.
well, they think they know what they have. That's the thing. They may be smarter than all of us, man. You know what I'm
They
saying?
got
We'll
cold
see.
feet at the last minute to bring Jimmy back after
You
saying
know
we
what I'm
in the
saying?
era we
we'll
moving
see.
on. To publicly
Yeah.
say that about a quarterback, that's rare. That you
Yeah,
got the
very
organization
rare.
who publicly saying we moving on, we moving forward. They usually don't bowl well. The last coach I seen do something like that was Josh back in Denver when he was like, we moving on from Jay Cutler. And the whole team just fell apart. They was like, what are you doing? You don't make those kind of public announcements. So I'm surprised. That means they see something in practice that they caught that gives them reason to go, wait a minute.
Yep, exactly. Boy, it was fucking Debo was like, God damn, you missed me again on a 10-yard slant. Why you throwing it in the
I
dirt
mean, how
on
many
that?
games he played in college? 8, 12? 12 his whole
Yeah.
Something
college
like
career?
that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Something
like
like
one
that.
season. That's it.
Well, only way they're gonna find out is put him on the field.
You gotta throw him
Yeah.
out there.
We gonna
That's what's
see.
gonna happen. And I think his upside is better than Jimmy's, and I think he will. I don't think Jimmy playing this year. I think the guy is pretty good. I just don't. They know something we don't know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They
They can keep
think
Jimmy for the blanket. Jimmy would be that little Linus blanket, but
Yeah, and then the
Yeah.
last thing for me was like I like the Colts activated Shaq Leonard off the PUP list, so I'm glad to see like he'll the leader of their defense, starting the season and whatnot. But I
Okay.
still don't believe in Matty Ice, so it don't really matter.
I think they're gonna be solid, man. Long if he turn that ball over,
Look,
it's not gonna
Matty
be a good
Ice,
thing.
Matt Ryan is just Kirk Cousins in a white jersey.
nah, he ain't that. He ain't Kirk Cousins. But I tell
Yes,
you,
he
that
is.
25, that
Yes, he is.
25, nah, he's better than Kirk Cousins.
Nah, he better, man. Matty, he got into a Super Bowl, man.
That
Come on.
25-point fallout is the only
If
thing
he,
that I'm
if
judging
he
him on.
didn't have Julio, they wouldn't have
Matty
made
is
it.
now Joe Flacco.
Hell no.
What?
He ain't no
Yeah,
damn Joe
yeah,
Flacco.
no,
Hell
yeah.
no.
Yep, she right.
Hey,
She
He
right.
ain't no Joe
Hey,
Flacco.
man, give Joe Flacco the right situation, man. Boy, might ball out.
I'm just saying
He's
that means
done.
you had your run. He over
Yeah.
the hill.
It's
I
over
know.
and done with.
They put him in a nice little bins out there in the Colts. So
He got one of the better
fucking-
lines in the league, so I'll give him
Yeah.
that. We'll
that's
see.
what I'm
But,
saying. He got all the pieces. I tell you
All
that. He
they
got a
do-
running game.
He
He
ain't
got
got
a
no receivers.
defense.
He
He
got
got an O
everything.
line.
They
You got
just
no
do have to
receivers.
get a quarterback, Greg. They finna
Man, they
draft a
got
quarterback.
Don't they got Pittman?
The wide receiver, yeah. But they doing that to get the draft pick next year. They drafted
Pittman
Bryce
is in the
Young.
same class as Chase Claypool would be.
Man, look, they got the pieces, man. They got a damn good defense. They got a damn
Ain't
good.
nobody stunting them. We got with them last. Ain't nobody stunting Indianapolis.
I ain't saying they going to the Super Bowl. I'm saying they're a solid team. You know what I
are.
mean? He's out there.
They can play.
If if he doesn't turn the ball over, they can make the playoffs. That's what I'm saying, basically.
Well,
You know what I mean?
they
He get the
drafted
fucking
Man, they almost made the
turning that
playoffs
shit
with
over.
Carson Wentz.
Yeah, they
Carson
got
Wentz is
him there. Basically, Mighty Ice is there for the next quarterback to come in and tutor for 1 year. I'm just telling
Oh
you.
yeah, that's in the mix too. Speaking of that, though, let's go on to our next little subject. And which player that we think is going to have a little breakout year this year? I just, me personally, I'm not going to go into too deep on it, but because I have 5 players I think the league may need to look out for this year. And none of mine are really a surprise. You know what I mean? I think this is the year, unfortunately, because I really don't care for this player too much. I really don't like Josh Allen. but I think this may be his year to ascend to be an MVP talk and also be considered maybe the top quarterback in the league. He's going to be up there in the conversation because one, they're pushing him. Two, he has a squad up there. Them boys about to be balling in Buffalo.
They got
man.
a team.
Shit.
Yeah.
He'll be in consideration. Then you got Saquon. I think he's coming back with a vengeance this year. You know what I mean? Old Thunder Thighs. He'll be back in the mix. I think the time off and he took the heel up. You know, I think he'll be ready to go. And I think he's ready to prove himself too. And one that you guys might be a little surprised at, I think your boy Derek, I think he gonna be in the mix too, man. I think the Raiders are going to be a surprise team this year. I think with everybody like just penciling Kansas City in, then gushing over Justin Herbert and the Chargers and everything, and then the team that I think is freaking going to just fall off, I think is going to be in the basement in the AFC West of the Broncos. And I think they're putting way too much on Russell going there and freaking that defense out there. But, yeah, that's beside the point. But then my fourth player, I do think Justin Herbert is about to ascend also. There's a lot of upside to him. A lot of people up on him, but then he gets a lot of hate too. A lot of people think he's overhyped. I've seen him play enough to be like, okay, he's at least Dan Fouts in the making. You know what I mean? He's not fucking he got some game to him, man. I know y'all hate on him because he in y'all division.
Ain't no damn Dan Fouts, Greg.
I said in the making, my friend.
Even in the
Dan Fouts in his third year. He's not
Dan Fouts got to the playoffs. That fool ain't been in the playoffs.
He's going this year, man. And my last one is my guy that everybody's counted out and just think he's done. Zeke the Freak is gonna get back in the mix this year. Oh my God, Ezekiel is gonna be back in the mix, man. Y'all counting him out. Y'all think his legs are dead?
He was injured. I ain't never said nothing. You know, I was always a supporter of Elliott.
He gonna fail just because he had on the purse on the sideline.
We gonna skip over all that. But he got his 6-pack back, the lost weight. You know what I'm saying? Got man is back. I think he's gonna be my last breakout player. So, Architect, who's gonna be your breakout players this year in the league, man?
First name that comes to mind for me, and I know not a lot of people are gonna agree with this. I think Jameis. Is gonna have a season. He has a really good. I mean, you look at his receiving core, his offense in general. Now I don't know how they're gonna do with Dennis Allen as head coach. I'm gonna be honest. I hope Jameis starts calling his own plays because shit. As a Raider fan, we know about Dennis Allen. But no, I think Jameis with those receivers, with Alvin Kamara in the backfield, yeah, he gonna throw some picks. That's just who Jameis is. That he gonna throw some picks. But I think he gonna look like that Jameis when he was back in Tampa Bay before he threw 30 picks. I think he'll have about 5,000 yards passing. He'll be hitting what's that boy name? Michael Thomas for a slant every other play. But I think Olave is gonna be a good addition to that. And then on top of that, after that, I think for me, like I said, I think it's Jalen Hurts' season. I think Jalen Hurts, you give him a real number one receiver alongside Devontae Smith. I think that's gonna be a solid pairing for them. They're a young core.
No can do, Carnal.
Hey man. Also, I'm gonna say Trevor Lawrence. He got a real coach. He doesn't have great receivers. He has receivers that can do the job that they need to do, and they still have Marvin Jones who can mentor them as well. So I think Trevor Lawrence with a real head with Doug Peterson at head coach. I think he'll be all right.
Okay.
Other than that, man, I'm gonna flip to the defensive side for this one, and I think what's his name? What's that boy name? He played for the Jets. Quinnen Williams, D tackle. And Bob Sala's defense, he's gonna be one of the main focal points because when you think of the Jets, you don't think of really anything right now. But I think Quentin Williams, I think he's gonna take another step forward this season because he's been improving every season. I think Quentin Williams is gonna be one of those guys that we're gonna watch, that we're gonna talk about. And then my last one, man, it was kind of hard for me. And to be honest, I really don't. I'm still kind of up in the air about it. But I think Kyler Murray. And because Kyler Murray now, obviously we know he's not going to have DeAndre Hopkins for a minute. But now if you look at it, he's kind of in the same exact offense he was when he was in Oklahoma. And when last time we saw him running that offense in Oklahoma, they were fucking balling. Outside of that defense that was terrible, like he actually has a good defense. He has one of his best friends from college in Hollywood Brown, who can take the top off a defense at any given time. Then when you get DeAndre Hopkins back, that man can catch anything. He can catch, you know what I'm saying?
Will he be back for the first game of the season?
No, I think he's out for the first four.
Damn.
Yeah. And then people count out Zach Ertz. People forget Zach Ertz. Yeah, he's a very serviceable tight end. I'm saying, I'm not saying he like top 5, top 10, but like he can get the job done and he can catch the damn ball. I feel like if Kyler Murray and them boys, they get it together, I think Kyler Murray can very much be like realistically in the MVP conversation. I really do.
Alrighty, you know what I mean? And I can feel that, and it's a nice little list. Kyler Murray, I can agree with you on that. I think he's gonna come out because he needs to prove that, that contract shit wasn't just a gimme. You know what I'm saying? He gotta get out there and earn it. So we'll see. Raider Mike, who you have for your breakout players this year?
Man, boy, you muted.
It off because I got some other stuff going on. But anyway, my breakout player is going to be a rookie defensive back, Daryl Stingley Jr. I just think that he's going to be the rookie. He's going to be the rookie of the year on defensive rookie of the year. I just think that he got the upside. He has all the skill set. He got it all. I mean, he's a shutdown corner. He would have been, he just had barring injury is the reason why he hadn't been up to his potential, last couple of years, he'd been injured. But if he's 100%, I guarantee you he's going to be the rookie of the year on defense. I'm just going to put it out there. The guy has all the tools. He has everything. I think that's the best defensive back in the draft. That's going to be my number one. My number two, Greg he got a little G got my number two, and that was Jameis Winston because
Jameis
finna come out firing. He only threw 3 or 4 picks last year, and I think that that 30 pick season, that's out of his system. He's got a lot of receivers. He got Alvin Kamara to throw to. He's got a weapons to get it done. It's just as long as Dennis Allen just stay on the defensive side of the ball and let Jameis and them handle whoever the offensive coordinator. Let them handle that side because Dennis Allen, we know what he do with the Raiders. We had a promised receiver that was dope. Denarius Moore. Remember Denarius Moore, once we got Dennis Allen got a hold of him, he wasn't the same receiver. He wasn't good again. And I was scared about that. About, Tampa Bay, you don't want to make Michael Thomas turn into Denarius Moore. You know what I'm saying? That right there, man, Denarius Moore was raw. So that was my number 2 was Jameis Winston. We both agree on that. Number 3 is my man who's playing for that contract on the Raiders. It's Josh Jacobs. Is mine.
Okay.
That's not breaking. He didn't have to be a breakout player, but he's just a prove it to. I'm just gonna say he's gonna be a prove it to you player this year, Raiders, our team. He's gonna run for 1,500 yards healthy. They can't put 8 in the box now. Remember, everybody he fell off all the last year. No, you try to run with 8 men in the box every time and you ain't got too many weapons, and Waller is out, and all you got is Hunter Renfrow, and you can just double. You know what I'm saying? And Derek Carr did an excellent job. That's why I'm saying, why don't y'all people stop hating? But anyway, I'm tired of that. We're gonna get past the Justin Herbert shit because He got all that shit to work with. But we're gonna go past that. But that's my third player is Josh Jacobs. You know what I'm saying? This is a prove it year, and he's gonna prove to everybody that he's durable. He's gonna prove to everybody that he's gonna be 1,500 yard back. You know what I'm saying? And then, okay, my fourth player, who did I pick? Okay, I had to go with Derek Carr. And we know he's going to throw, we know Derek Carr, he's going to throw for 5,000 yards. I'm telling you right now, his touchdown total from 23 last year will go up to like 35 this year, maybe 40. So he's throwing for 5,000 yards. He's going to shed everybody up. And he's going to say, what's next? Because what's next is winning that playoff game. He's going to win a first playoff game. I don't give a damn who's in the way. That's what's going to happen. I'm not just saying it because I'm a Raider fan. The man has gotten better each year, and he don't get no damn credit. Justin Herbert ain't did shit. And he's a great, I'm not saying Justin Herbert ain't good. He's a good quarterback. He's a good quarterback, man. He's a good quarterback, but he's not a great quarterback yet. You know what I'm saying? What Derek Carr did was nothing short of greatness that shows his greatness when the Raiders 6-7 out of the playoffs hunt. What did Derek Carr do? Rally that team and led that team. Kevin Durant, you should be listening to that. You should be watching Derek Carr. This is how you lead from having some adversity. That's a leader. That's my fourth one. My fifth one, and I'm going to tell you this. My fifth one goes to Green Bay Packers receiver, Sammy Watkins. That's going to be a breakout player. He got Aaron. Look, he got Aaron Rodgers throwing to him. Come on, man.
But with his body allowing him
let me finish. If Sammy Watkins could stay healthy, if Sammy Watkins stays healthy, he's going for 1,500 yards receiving in that system because Aaron Rodgers puts the ball right where it needs to be put. And Sammy Watkins going to finally this year. I believe Sammy Watkins this year is going to finally live up to his potential and what everybody thought he was. Because he's got who? You got Mr. Rogers throwing him the ball. I mean, how can Sammy Watkins go on for 1,500? As long as that fool, Sammy, you won't have no bad hamstrings. You need to drink some pickle juice and some sunflower seeds. You better drink water. Whatever you got to do, because you in a frozen tundra, baby, and you got to. And that's my fifth breakout player. I believe in Sammy Watkins. I always liked him at Clemson.
Okay. Well, I know Raider Lady 19 about to bring us home. I know you chomping at the bit over there.
Ah, man, been chomping at the bit. But I got a little bit of all y'all in my breakout players. So first starting with Marquise Brown. I think he is going to have a breakout year. And it's going to be by default to a certain extent because his boy that he played with in college, he's going to force feed him the ball. He's going to throw it up to him. You know what I'm saying? And he thirsting to be able to get those targets because he just didn't get them playing with Lamar. Let's just call it what it is. You know what I'm saying? So they got that chemistry already. They know each other. So I expect him to have a breakout year. I think he's going to have at least some 1,100, 1,200 yards receiving this year. Like I said, by default, just because for one, like you said, first 4 to 6 games, boy was on the squirrel steroids over there. So he going to be out. So I like that. My other one, here, just going for you, Gray, Tony Pollard. I think Tony Pollard.
I like that.
I think Tony Pollard is going to have
Tony P.
He's going to have a great year because to me Zeke is falling. I think Zeke is about done. He's about he's about done. He is the beneficiary of being beloved by the owner. Okay, he just is. Jerry loves him, and because it's Tony's time. Tony needs to get the bulk of the carries. Okay, you're looking like an Ewok. You're wearing a purse. Like your career is almost over, bro. This is call it what it is. You know, I mean that's just good. Maybe you can go with some fashion stuff for Dallas or something. But you're playing career.
Walk me in the room with a smile and then blow my head off.
I'm just saying, no, it's Tony Pollard's time. No, this next one is it goes to in line with Raider Mike. I think it's Alan Lazard though. I don't think it's Sammy. I think it's Alan Lazard. He had 570 yards last year, and he has familiarity. You know, Rodgers knows him, so he's gonna become that default
receiver too now, right?
Yeah, he's gonna be that default guy that Aaron puts his trust in because he's been there already. He's already in the system, so I think he's gonna have a breakout year. I'm not saying he'll do Devontae things, but he will have his best career year as a breakout player. And then my other one, these last two are Raiders, but they go hand in hand. They are interdependent. And the first one being Chandler Jones. I don't know why there's this thought out there that he's like over the hill or he was done, he was washed in Arizona or something like that, because he had 5 sacks in one game and then 5.5 throughout the course of the year. But TJ Watt, or whatever the Watt boy name, he went out. This man was getting triple, sometimes quadruple teamed. You know what I'm saying? Not only do they put a tight end, then they chip him. He had to go through 3 layers of people to get to the quarterback. This dude is ferocious. And everybody's hyping up Khalil Mack. I'm sorry, Chandler better than Khalil. He better. He has over 100 sacks in his career. Chandler is that dude. There's a reason why he was at Defensive U out there on the symposium talking. They want to know what he does. Look at his handwork. Look how he uses his leverage. Look at the bend he got around the corner. That boy is bad. And he stand up and he play with his hand in the ground. Man, I'm telling you, that dude's going to have a breakout year. He playing with a youngster that he mentored since college. And they play similar. They know, man, I watched film on Chandler last year. I watched like 63 of his sacks. It's going to be a problem. Those ends are going to be a problem for people. They are not going to be able to stop them. So as a result of all that pressure coming out the ends, my man who already showed what he can do out there on the corner is Nate, the natural Hobbs. Nate is that dude. All right, straight up. Nobody's talking about him. He was the 5th best DB in the league as a rookie. 5th. When it comes to pass breakups.
What college did he come from?
Illinois. Played with under Lovie Smith.
Okay.
I'm saying he plays inside and outside. He played primarily inside. He was the reason why Mullen, my boy, I like Mullen. He was traded over to Arizona because they're gonna play him outside. Like that boy is that dude. He understands route recognition. He's just fearless, man. I love that young dude, man. Like Nate Hobbs is the truth. He is the truth. And so I'm saying with that pressure coming off that end, not to mention with Divine Diablo and Malcolm Kuntz, they're going to get a lot of pressure. And I'm going to say this, okay, they're going to get a lot of opportunities because Justin Herbert, for all the greatness in that pretty little throw he got when he show his hand like this and throw the ball and stuff and it look real cute coming out his hands and all that. He threw 15 picks last year. He is Phillip Rivers 2.0. What I mean by that is that he can throw for yards. You let him go back there, he will light you up, just like Phillip would do. Phillip will light you up. But I guess let me tell you, it's gonna be 3 balls that you always gonna have an opportunity. He'll give you 3. He'll give you 3 game. Can you capitalize? Okay. Damn. For all that shit they was talking about Derek. Oh, he had 13. This nigga, he had 15 picks. You know what I'm saying? Just because his hair long and shit. Now get out of here. I'm saying, like they love to do. What I'm saying is those are my breakout. My last 2 is Chandler and Nate. They go hand in hand. They're gonna feed off of one another. I'm telling you. People sleeping on Nate. People sleeping on Nate.
That is so perfect. That is perfect.
Yeah, man,
that's gonna lead us. That's gonna lead us into Wednesday.
Yeah.
Wednesday evening. What time are we doing it, y'all? We're gonna say it live right here. What time y'all do? Y'all do the same time, 8 o'clock?
I can't do Wednesday. I have a political show that I do Wednesday nights.
Oh, okay. So then look, we're learning live on air. We're getting it in. So what night works best for you during the week?
Any day except Wednesday, for the most part. Any day except Wednesday.
So do y'all want to go Tuesday?
Either
Tuesday or Thursday. Thursday, the only thing is there'll be
Thursday to be more live during the game. Yeah, Thursday night football.
So I don't know if we want to do that. We want to watch the game. So y'all, Tuesday is early though. Shit.
Well, I mean, you can think of it like this: Tuesday, you get the recap of Sunday's games, you get Monday night football, and then you have the Thursday game
next
ahead
week,
of time.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that works for me then. Y'all.
I don't know.
Y'all want to do Tuesday?
You muted, Mike.
Mike, you muted. So whatever you saying, yeah.
I get out of class at 8 o'clock.
Oh, that's right. Mike got class on Tuesday.
I got class on Tuesday.
We'll figure it out. We're gonna figure it out.
We'll figure it out, and then we'll let the people know. We'll figure it out. We'll let the people know. You know what I'm saying? So, with that said, let everybody sign off.
It's your boy, Raider Mike, signing out.
Raider lady, it's football season. Let's get it. We'll be here. We'll do it again. Stay tuned. Keep watch.
Indeed, it's your boy, the Young Architect, man. Yeah, just be ready, man, because this football season, it's gonna get real heated. You got a lot of football heads right here, man. So just stay tuned.
Yes, it's gonna get real spicy up in here. You know what I mean? Once again, it's the host, Big G. And like I said, we'll figure it out, and then I'll send an announcement to everyone, letting you know what day and time we decide on. But until then,